everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you joining us around the world today. I'm Jake Hall, and I'm thrilled to be your host for their milestone day in ABB Robotics' heritage of defining progress in industrial robotics. Today, we're not just talking about robots, we're talking about the future and technology that is defining our industry. In a world where physical AI is a reality, with autonomous, versatile, and mobile robots that are able to switch tasks and learn from what you tell them. A world where speed and performance are not competing, but complementing one another. Where performance-driven robots are truly collaborative coworkers. Well, you don't have to imagine it because ABB Robotics is already delivering it. Today, we're going to show you how businesses, from SMEs to global giants, meet the challenges of labor shortages and high-speed demand. You'll hear from global experts on why the landscape is changing and how hands-on demonstrations and practical applications. To show you how ABB is responding to the shift in the global industrial landscape, please welcome Andrea Cassoni, Head of Collaborative Robots, who will introduce what's next in the collaborative automation.
Hello, Jake.
Andrea, great
to be here.
Yeah, and what an exciting day this is for the future of automation.
It is indeed. Look, collaborative robotics has come a long way, and we as ABB always played a major role in shaping the journey, a journey we started more than a decade ago. At every step, we've been raising the bar, showing what is possible with collaborative robotics. And today, we will do it again. But Jake, maybe before we jump into this, shall we give a look to our history, all the innovation we brought to the market?
Absolutely, let's see it.
Let's do it.
Progress has never stood still, and neither has ABB Robotics. Manufacturing is evolving, faster cycles, higher precision, smaller spaces, and bigger ambitions. In 2015, ABB introduced something the world had never seen before. The world's first truly collaborative dual-arm robot, Yumi, you and me, designed to work safely side by side with people. No cages, no barriers. Safety at its core, a symbol of what collaboration could truly be. With GOFA, we went further, reached higher, reaching higher levels of performance, precision, and ease of use. A Cobot family designed for seamless interaction. And when accuracy matters most, GOFA leads the way with 10 times greater path accuracy, making it one of the most precise collaborative robots on the market. From electronics to automotive, from food to laboratories, GOFA proved that collaboration and ultra-precision don't compete. They amplify each other. And now, we're taking collaboration to the fast lane. It's a new generation of powerful cobots. From the first dual-arm cobot, to best-in-class precision, to high-speed industrial performance. This is ABB's collaborative robot journey, built by experts. Because at ABB Robotics, we don't just build robots, we build what's next.
Wow, what a fantastic legacy.
Thank you, Jake. That legacy is exactly what brought us here today, because everything we just seen has been building toward the next step. So today, we're taking collaborative robotics into a new era, a era where collaboration and industrial robot performance are no longer trade-offs. This is what we're working on. This is PoWa. PoWa is the new powerful family of collaborative robots designed and built for the fast-paced world of today. Let's reveal it to the world.
Wow, what a powerful reveal. It's really exciting to see what you guys are doing with this global market.
Thank you, Jake. And yes, PoWa stands for powerful, but it actually stands for more. It stands for performance. We're introducing to the market a broad new family of cobots from 7 to 30 kilo, each of the variant designed to deliver best-in-class performance. For example, we're talking of a speed of almost 6 meters per second, which is industrial robot type of speed, with what customers expect from a collaborative robot. More footprint, ease of deployment, lightweight, so it's more than powerful.
So when you're going out there and deploying a brand new family of collaborative robots, how are you really sure you're making sure you're meeting the demand of what we see in this market today?
That's a critical question, Jake, and it all starts from the customer, and that's exactly where we started from day one, talking to as many early adopters and potential customers as we could, globally. China played an important role, because China is a large market, fast-moving, with high expectation, but we actually got feedback from global customers, and we introduced that feedback, an invaluable asset, into our product until the very end, until we actually could match what customers were expecting. By the way, do you want to hear some of those feedback?
I'd love to.
All right, let's do it.
Wir beobachten eigentlich aktuell einen wachsenden Bedarf an Cobots mit höherer Traglast, höherer Geschwindigkeit, auch mit höherer Leistung. Die Kombination eigentlich aus Geschwindigkeit, Leistung, kompakte Bauweise eröffnet eigentlich komplett neue Perspektive und Potenzial für den Kunden und für uns.
We are already using ABB's GOFA cobots for welding applications in our bus body production. In automotive welding, payload and reach are also very critical, and that's where we started looking for more.
And with respect to applications, we found it suitable for machine tending, pelletizing and welding one. And India is a very promising market going forward. So we look forward with this product to facilitate the applications with ABB team.
ABB have changed the Cobot limit in terms of the speed, the payload and accuracy. For now, what PoWa having is really standard into what industrial Cobot having in the future, but still maintaining the very special point on the Cobot for the lightweight, the compact, and also the ease of using.
Welcome everybody to an exciting panel discussion where we're going to have some deep dive insights on the collaborative robotic market and really why we're having this discussion here today. I'm joined by some subject matter experts in the industry. We have Marina, Andy, and Andrea. Thank you all for joining us today. To kick things off, Andrea, you had some really interesting insights when it comes to the PoWa launch. But Marina, I would love your insights as well. When it comes to the collaborative robotics space, what's changing? What is really pushing the industry forward?
Thank you. Yeah, the whole robotics market has gone through a fantastic development the last years. So since 3 years now, there's over 500,000 of industrial robots being installed globally. But if we look upon the cobots market in particular, that is now about 12 to 13% of the entire market. Means that the cobot market growth has been double the ones for the more traditional robots. So fantastic development. And it's mainly the small and mid-sized customer, it's their market demand who is driving the market here. But Andrea, what more do we hear from the market and our customers?
Well, our customers are telling us that they want flexibility, they want ease of deployment, but they also want efficiency. They want higher payload cobots, and they want also cobots that are able to handle higher speed. This is true for the SME, but also for the large customers, the ones that are already highly robotized, but can still find opportunity to do more. I think all of them want options to manage very uncertain environment, and manage the production at the best of their capabilities.
Andrea, you've mentioned higher speed. Why are customers asking for a faster, higher performance cobot?
Because they want productivity. They want shorter cycle times. They want higher throughput. That's not new, by the way, right? That's all what they wanted for industrial robot too. I think what's happening, though, is that there is an evolution in the cobot space. And I would say we are driving a revolution in that evolution. we are intentionally removing the boundaries typically used to define collaborative robots, industrial robots. So what you expect from an industrial robot are typically some kind of performance, speed, accuracy. What you expect from a collaborative robot are ease of deployment, ease of programming, ease of integration, lightweight, small footprint. So until now, this was kind of a trade-off. So we want to take this trade-off out of our customers' shoulders so they can choose one product that have both of the dimensions.
Now, Marina, are you seeing the same request outside the collaborative robot space as well when it comes to that performance and those challenges?
Absolutely. The higher throughput is really the trend that everybody is asking for. And we see it particularly in machine tending applications. And well, of course, speed is there, but it will never can be compromised with safety. But if we look what production lines really want today, it's speed, it's repeatability, it is a seamless integration into the whole automation system, and then really important traceability. And we will see much more of that in the future also, the digital traceability. So the productivity demands on cobots are really rising, which is really great to see.
That's exciting. Andy, this next question is for you. How do we see PoWa fitting into ABB's collaborative robot journey?
Thanks, Jake. So at ABB, we have been developing our collaborative robot families since more than a decade. We started with the dual-arm YuMi family, single-arm YuMi, and then which are the inherently safe cobots built to work together with people. And then we evolved into the bigger, stronger GoFa families with built-in force torque sensors in every joint. So GoFa family is our accurate and adaptive cobot family. So they are, in fact, the most accurate cobot on the market. And now we're complementing both these families with the new PoWa family, which is our powerful and high-speed cobot families. Like Andrea mentioned earlier, our customers are more and more looking for productivity and really a bridge into the industrial robot space. And in fact, this is the principle upon which we develop cobots at ABB. We base it upon our more than 50 years of history developing industrial robots, and we listen to our broad customer base, understanding what they need. And we want to offer them a portfolio where they can scale up. They can start with easy-to-use collaborative robots, scale up to industrial robots if they want.
So next question, we'll just dive right into this one. What applications and customers is PoWa specifically addressing?
Yeah. So PoWa, with its high speed and high productivity, is especially addressing applications where this is important. So for example, palletizing is definitely very important, material handling, pick and place, machine tending, which Marina mentioned earlier, and both small and medium-sized companies, which are looking for easy-to-start solutions, but also large customers, like Andrea mentioned, which is looking for sometimes something to integrate into brownfield operations where, for example, end-of-line palletizing in a brownfield factory, there is no space to put in a very high-throughput industrial robot cell, which takes a lot of space. Then a fenceless, very compact and lightweight collaborative cell is perfect for that solution. And what we can offer now with the PoWa family is high throughput, very high productivity, almost on par with industrial robot solutions.
So Marina, as your role of head of software and digital portfolio, how are you seeing software really transform the robotics space and how it's impacting the collaborative robot market?
So firstly, robots are not only about hardware anymore. It's hardware and software. It's really an integrated software system. And in order for our customers to have a successful project, they want quick deployment, they want smooth integration, and they want it to be scalable. And that's really where our software stack makes such a big difference. It makes life less complex for our customers. So let me talk about two of our software products, our OmniCore controller and our Robot Studio. Our OmniCore controller is an industry-graded standard controller that we can use in any process and for any plant. And then for our cobots, we use the same controller, which makes sure that we can keep an efficient production, and we can offer things like synchronized motion control, path planning, and also a really easy integration into the digital world. Then let's talk a little bit about Robot Studio. So with Robot Studio, you can do a lot of different things, but let's look especially at virtual commissioning. With virtual commissioning, you can try things before you go into production. So when you really get into production, things work. And I'm sure you heard about our partnership with NVIDIA. This is really taking Robot Studio to the next level with hyper reality.
Love it. Andy, how are we seeing that software stack transform into the PoWa family?
Yes, in fact, this is one of our strengths with ABB Robotics Cobot families, is that we're built on the same OmniCore controller, Robot Studio support, software stack. So our customers can use the same rapid programming to program our cobots and industrial robots. But we know that cobot users have extra requirements on ease of use. So we developed additional tools to make life even easier for them, including the graphical Wizard Easy Programming, including App Studio, which is desktop software that enables our system integrators to develop graphical user interfaces for their end users. And we're also launching now application templates for palletizing, for machine tending, which paired with our ecosystem components make life much easier for integrators to quickly build these applications. And now we have recently launched a new product, which is OmniCore iMotion, and this will enable our cobots and robots from ABB 2D and 3D vision capabilities. We will actually show that in a demo later.
It's great to really see how software is really transforming this next generation of robotics. So Andrea, we're going to keep on moving forward. When we look at the ABB Robotics ecosystem and the program that you guys have set in place to really create more value and ease of integration into the robotics field, how are you really seeing the customer value within PoWa grow into the industry?
Jake, you've heard from Marine and Andy how all our products are interconnected, the mechatronics with the software, with the controller. But we want to be very open and connected to the external world as well. That's why we created the ecosystem program, where we select and validate third-party equipment, sensors, camera, grippers, external axis, and software, so to make sure that they are flawlessly integratable with our Cobot and robot. And of course, this applies to PoWa as well. It goes in the direction of ease of use, ease of integration, to be more precise, and ultimately ease of deployment. And that's very good both for our end customers, but also for our channel to the market. Our system integrator and distributor then can save literally hours, if not days, of commissioning time, integration time, when they do their solution. Because that's what we want to be. We want to be the preferred platform for any integration project, so that both our end customer and our channels can focus on what is ultimately the most important part, application that works perfectly.
And what really makes ABB Robotics ecosystem program exciting is it's reducing risk. When you're going out there and you're looking at first-time robotic deployments, there's a lot of risk when it comes to all the different types of vision cameras and grippers and different peripherals that go into a robotic system. If you can go out there and you can reduce that risk, that makes people who want to go out and look for that capital investment, really reducing that risk from a large perspective.
You're very right, Jake. That's exactly what's happening. And this is why this risk is reduced, because we do the testing and validation before. We even create dedicated user interface to simplify the integration, so this risk during the commission and installation is removed. By the way, we have hundreds of products in our ecosystem program.
Yeah, and Andrea, with all these hundreds of ecosystem components, we offer them all on Robotics One, which is our seamless integrated platform for customers to interact with us. So they can find all of it there.
As we wrap up this panel discussion, there's been a lot of amazing insights and knowledge that's really transforming how the robotic space is moving forward. We have one final question. So Andrea, over to you. When we look at the transformation and how we see the future of robotics, how do you see that moving beyond just the PoWa family?
Yeah, we are at a turning point in robotics, Jake. We see robots becoming more intelligent, more autonomous. And we call this vision autonomous and versatile robotics. Autonomous, robots can do more tasks without human supervision. Versatile, they can handle more tasks. This view is based on a number of technologies. Some of them we have been working since years. And some are in our product already. Think about our autonomous navigation system in our AMRs. Enabled by AI and also enabled by our application knowledge. By the way, these robots must be working in the real world, not only in proof of concept or in labs or in demo units. So in that view of robotics of tomorrow, cobots and PoWa are a perfect embodiment. We've been discussing until now about the versatility of PoWa, the capability of handling the best of the two worlds, of industrial robot on one side, collaborative on the other side, a number of technological stack and capabilities that we have. So we think that this is going to be a strategic shift, enabling our customer really to do more in their manufacturing or logistics facilities and beyond.
And it's really exciting to see what Beyond offers, what the future of robotics has to offer. And I really appreciate all the knowledge that you brought to the table today with this panel discussion. Andrea, Andy, Marina, thank you so much for your insights today.
Thank you.
And during this live event as well, we encourage you, if you have questions regarding collaborative robotics or the new PoWa launch, please put them in the comments below. We'll do our best to answer them during the Q&A session. We've set up a live demonstration to show you exactly how the PoWa handles the most demanding industrial tasks. To walk you through this, let's go to the Experience Center and meet our expert product manager, Sophia, to get a hands-on demo. I'm here with Sophia, a global product manager, with some demos right behind us. Sophia, tell us how the PoWa family is expanding ABB Robotics' Cobot portfolio.
So PoWa is a new cobot family with high-speed cobot. It lasts from 7 kg to 30 kg. It can not only run as a collaborative application, but also can run as an industrial application.
End users are wanting to see higher productivity on the floor, and higher speed is a big ask that a lot of customers want to see with these new families. And so what we're seeing with the PoWa family is running at 5.8 meters per second. Is that speed?
Yeah, 5.8 is just a rated payload. So if you decrease the payload, it can run even faster. So you can see that we are really very strong and powerful robot.
So let's dive into some of the features of the PoWa robot family. Let's start with reach. What makes the reach unique with some of these models?
So the design for this PoWa is with the same payload, we try to maximum enlarge the reach. For example, this PoWa 10 kg, we are 19% longer comparing to the same payload Cobot in the market. And this is really ideal for the welding and also inspection, this kind of application.
Well, 19% reach is going to give a lot more applications and uses that we're going to see with this line. Tell us more about CPCS. What features is that bringing to the market?
Yeah. First, let me tell you about CPCS, what it stands for. CPCS means customer power and customer signal. You can see that on the flange, right now, our standard version has 2 connectors. One connector can be configured with 8 digital input, 6 digital output, or 4 analog input. It can support with RS485 or Modbus RTU. So the grippers can be easily connected directly and use this port. The other one, there is a 100 megabit communication Ethernet port, so customer can connect with the 2D cameras directly. So with these 2 connectors, customer can connect with the grippers and the cameras at the same time. In the meantime, we are also prepared for another solution. You can see that this one, we have 3 connectors. And so in future, if customer needed to connect with 3D cameras with high pass-through power, then they can also use this one directly. So with our reach CPCS, customer don't need to connect the external cable routing, but all the cables will go inside. So it can maximum save the space for the customer and also avoid the cable damage and also cable interference.
Well, that's giving a lot of flexibility to these designs. So when companies are integrating the PoWa family in there, or even working with tool changers, being able to select different peripherals that are on the end of the robot arm, having a lot of flexibility.
Yeah, exactly. Especially you can see that these 2 companies are our ecosystem partner. So with this and design, you can see that they can just easily plug and play without some additional cables. So this is really smart and nice design for the system. Mm-hmm.
It's great to see that CPCS is adding a lot of flexibility to the PoWa line. And we're seeing a lot of these partnerships as well, which I think is really important to highlight the ABB Robotics ecosystem program that is bringing in hundreds of partners to really make the deployment and integration of these PoWa systems a lot easier to use.
Yes, I agree.
So let's dive into some more features of the PoWa robot. Let's talk about the arm load.
Yeah, we have a very unique design in our PoWa. And you can see that we have some structures on lower arm and also axis 3. So with this kind of structure, it can carry additional load, not sacrifice a payload. Like this PoWa 10 kg, we can carry 7 kg load on lower arm or axis 3. For this 20 kg, we can carry 10 kg arm load on lower arm or axis 3. With this kind of structure, for example, during the welding application, customer can carry the weld feeder on axis 3, so it can decrease the distance between weld feeder and also welding gun. This can maximum improve the welding quality.
I love that. For a lot of applications for welding, those dressing kits weigh a lot, and having built-in features in mind to support it without really taking away the capability of the payload, it's a great application that we're seeing with the load arm.
Yeah.
So let's dive into the next feature. Let's talk about these controllers that are driving the PoWa family.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Perfect.
See, these are our controllers, OmniCore, and this is OmniCore E10 controller. This is the OmniCore C30 controller. So this E10 controller is just 13.5 liters with 12 kilogram, and it has built-in digital input, 16 digital input and 8 digital output. And this is C30 controllers is 35 liters with 25 kilogram. So you can see that both of controllers are very compact. And from the power perspective, the C30 controller is slightly powerful comparing to E10 controller. So with this kind of controller, our 20 kg robot can run 2% to 5% faster comparing to driven by E10 controller.
Love it. And it's great to see this compact design that we're going out there using being deployed on the floor where floor space is critical. You guys really put a nice design in mind. Thanks for showing me these.
Yeah, not only this part, but also because we use the same OmniCore controllers. It brings lots of easy views for our customer because all the existing software used for industrial robots, we also can be used. And also, we also provide the additional application templates like these machine tending application template and also palletizing templates, which can maximum easy the work for our customers.
So let's dive into one of the final features that we want to highlight with the new PoWa family. Let's talk about safety. This is a new Cobot line that ABB Robotics is releasing. Tell us about some of the main safety features that you're integrating with the PoWa.
Yeah, we have the built-in power force limiting, and also we have the speed separation monitoring. And with the safety equipment, it can configure all the safety-related configurations in our SafeMove to implement the safety.
So depending on the application that the end user wants to integrate these robots in, they can select what is going to be the best safety feature and application that they want to deploy with.
Yes, they can adjust the speed and also torque based on their real application.
Sophia, thank you so much for taking some time to introduce all the new features that we're seeing on the PoWa family.
Thank you, Jack. I'm also happy to have you here to introduce this new Cobot to everyone.
We've seen the PoWa perform in the Experience Center, but its true value is always measured on the factory floor. ABB Robotics innovation is defined by its customers' success. And now we're going inside the factory where the PoWa is already delivering measurable results. Let's hear from the pioneers who are already outrunning their competitors with PoWa.
Xiamen Aerospace CERT Robot System Company Limited is a national high-tech enterprise. In the field of robotic arc welding applications, we have accumulated a wealth of proven cases. The welding software package and related plugins integrated into the ABB Robotics systems have undergone extensive on-site validation. This collaborative robot excels in implementation efficiency and provides customers with a highly cost-effective overall solution, making it particularly suitable for small-batch multi-variety arc welding application scenarios. Looking forward, we are committed to deepening our partnership with ABB Robotics. By leveraging PoWa, we aim to further enhance production efficiency and achieve new levels of quality and innovation in arc welding.
We've seen what PoWa can do today, but remember, at the beginning of today's show, we also promised a look into the future. This is ABB Robotics' vision for autonomous versatile robotics, or AVR. This isn't just robots following a program, it's robots that see and think and stay ahead of the tasks to adopt freely. Let's head back to the Experience Center where Andy is back to lead this demo, showing how the PoWa uses iMotion to predict and modify its own path in real time. So Andy, tell us about iMotion.
Yes. All right, Jake. Do you want to see the demo?
Absolutely. Let's see it run.
All right, let's run the demo first. So then, what is iMotion? OmniCore iMotion is a software toolbox which enables ABB's robots and cobots to do 2D and 3D vision tasks.
Love it. So what are some of the main features that we look for with what iMotion can do?
Yeah, so one of the most important features with iMotion is that it is hardware agnostic. That means based on the customer's need, they can choose a very basic 2D camera or a very sophisticated 3D vision system, such as we have here from Zebra Photo Neo.
Love it. So depending on the systems integrator or the end user, what application they want to deploy, really any peripheral they can select from a 2D to 3D. It's really nice when they can choose the technology that they're already familiar with.
Exactly, for ultimate cost efficiency and flexibility. So another important feature with OmniCore iMotion is that it is very easy to use. So this is a software add-in integrated inside ABB's Robot Studio. You can see that it is very graphical. So we have a library of vision primitives, which allows a user to pick the primitives that support the task they need to do. We also have AI vision primitives. In this case, we're using a 3D bin picking tool. And on the right side, you can see our collision-free path planning generator. So the user just needs to create the pick position, the place position, and the algorithm will automatically generate a collision-free path.
I love it. And what you're really doing is you're reducing time to deployment. That's the big thing when we're integrating these new robotic solutions. If we can go out there and just pick the pickup and the drop-off point, the robot does the rest. That's what really makes this valuable to customers. So what are the three main takeaways that we want our customers to walk away from?
Yeah, so for OmniCore iMotion, it supports all of ABB's robots and cobots. It is hardware agnostic, it is easy to use, and it supports collision-free path planning.
Awesome. Andy, thanks so much.
Thank you, Jake.
Well, we're wrapping up this exciting launch event, and now we're going to take some of the questions that you submitted throughout the conversation. We're going to do some rapid fire questions. Joining us, we have Sophia, Andre, Andy. Thank you so much for taking some additional time to come back on stage and answer some of the audience questions. So we're going to move through things. I apologize if we can't get through all the answers, but we're going to take some of the ones that pop up here. The first one to Andre, when we look at customers who are buying collaborative robots, are they buying cobots more for the collaboration side or more for the productivity and the ease of use for applications?
Actually, I think both. They're buying cobots for both. But until today, very often they need to choose. I buy for collaboration a collaborative robot with a lightweight, ease of deployment, and maybe the industrial robot for performance, high speed, durability, accuracy. And that's exactly why we launched PoWa. We don't want customers to need to choose anymore.
I think it's exciting to see how the collaborative robotics space has evolved over the last, 10, 20 years. We're seeing more use cases where people love the ease of use, but they want to see that in high speed, high payload applications. This next question, I think I'm going to bring it over to you, Sophie. When we're looking at learning how to program the PoWa family, what experience do they need to use? What does that setup and process look like?
Yeah, for the experienced ABB users, there is no need for any additional programming. They can just either use Rapid to do the programming or using the Wizard Easy programming. And for the fresh users, they can use our Wizard Easy programming, which is very low entry and for the user.
Love it. Mm-hmm. This next question, I think I'm going to bump over to you, Andy, and this is actually one that I questioned, early on was, you guys already have a cobot family. You started with the Yumi, you have the GOFA. Why are you going out there and introducing an entire new family rather than just extending on the models that you already had? Like, what's the intention behind introducing PoWa?
Yeah, so like Andrea said, so we really have customers who are now looking to have more speed, performance similar to an industrial robot. And we want to meet our customers' needs. So that's why we developed PoWa from the base up, more like an industrial robot, but also with collaborative features. It's just the choice that made the most sense for us. And this way we have 3 distinct cobot families for the customers based on their unique needs.
Love it. All right. I'm not for sure who to ask on this one. I'll have you guys decide. When will they become available?
I can take it, Jake.
Okay.
So the variants of 10 and 13 kilos are available already now. 16, 20, 30 kilos, it's a matter of weeks.
Okay. So just right around the corner that we're seeing from that. No, that's great. That's great. So when can they pre-order that? Is pre-ordering, or can they pre-order now?
Yes, they can.
Okay. So, go ahead right now, go out there and start getting this new PoWa family. I love it. All right. We're going to move on to the next question. Does ABB plan to further expand the GOFA and PoWa families? Higher payloads, different variants that are needed. Where's that going to be going forward in the future?
I can take that, Jake. So at ABB, we constantly listen to our customers. We understand their applications, their needs. And based on that, we continue to expand our product portfolio to suit their needs. So yes, we will continue to expand our collaborative robot product families for sure. We also add product features to them because we have built them based on a very scalable platform so that we can continue to add variants, add more features, and to add more value to our customers.
Love it. Jake, why aren't you wearing your Chicago Cubs hat? Great question. Well, we did wear a little bit of some of the breakout sessions here, but being in Europe, I tried to blend into the European style. So they got me in a nice vest instead. That's a great question. I'm glad you recognize without that. Where do we see different types of applications being deployed with the new PoWa family? Sophia, do you want to cover this one?
Sure. PoWa can work in different kinds of applications. And generally, I think material handling, machine tending, and also palletizing are ideal applications for PoWa Cobot.
And really emphasizing on that high speed,
exactly,
that high payload deployment. I think I'm actually going to keep you on this next question as well. When it comes to the OmniCore controller, is it compatible with the new PoWa family?
Sure. We can reuse all the OmniCore controllers, C line and also E line. Right now, the default offer is OmniCore E10 controller, which is the most compact one. And later, we will also be supported with the C30 and also C90 XT. Customer can, based on their needs, they can choose different cabinets.
So really, depending on the application, the features that they want, they can select which controller they want to deploy with the PoWa family. Exactly. Great. All right, as we wrap up our final question, I think this is a great one for all three of you to answer. What are you most excited about with the new PoWa family launch? Let's start with you, Andy.
So other than broadening the portfolio to bigger payload and reach variants, I'm really excited about the software stack that we have, which we're continuing to expand the capability of. So OmniCore iMotion, as we saw earlier, is fantastic. And also now with our AI partnerships, we will unlock more possibilities for PoWa and our Cobot families.
I'm super excited because PoWa is a breakthrough. It's completely different from what you can find until now in the market. It will open many, many possibilities for our customers.
Yeah, like Andrea mentioned, we are really push our technology to the limit. Try to balance the nice features from Cobot, which is compact, lightweight, ease of use, and safe. And also in the meantime, we push ourselves to the limit on the speed and also accuracy. So this will bring new opportunities for this product and the new feelings, user feelings for this product.
And it's a very exciting opportunity for the industry ahead. I want to thank you all for being a part of this panel discussion, answering these live questions. And Andrea, any final thoughts that we have as we wrap things up?
Well, it has been a great day. And thank Jake for staying with us. We are very excited. We are bringing to the market something unique. PoWa family is fantastic. The product portfolio is stronger than ever. And we're happy to share this with the audience. We look forward to hearing from all of you. Thank you.
Wow, what an incredible launch. It's been my pleasure to show you the next leap forward for ABB Robotics and take a look at some of the global trends driving automation in industry. Whether you're in automotive, electronics, or general industry, the goal remains the same: helping meet the challenges of today and outpace the demands of tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. We can't wait to see you how you use PoWa to transform your business.